guys, welcome back. Today we're going to take a quick look at a little something different today. Heritage Rough Rider. Now, the only reason we kind of got this is back in the fall of 2024, Rossi had a kind of like a rebate going on. If you bought a R95, R92, you got the Heritage Rough Rider for free. And that's exactly what we did, and it finally came in probably about 2 weeks ago. So, you know, it was a long process. I kind of actually forgot about it. Went down to my FFL, picked up something, then this was in. I was like, oh crap, it's about time finally. So let's take a quick box opening, check it out real quick, and go over just a little bit of this, but nothing too special, but still pretty interesting for a free gun. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you on the table. All right, here's kind of our Rough Rider box. Made in the USA. Kind of like I said, this was completely free. We just had to pay like the transfer fee, but it looks like it's going to be a 6.5-inch barrel, poly grip, 22 long rifle, $429.25. All right, let's check this out. Now, I have not owned a Heritage Rough Rider before, so we'll test this out eventually, but we're going to kind of take a quick look on what all's included. NRA. We're going to have our basic lock right here, and that seems to be about it in this part of the box. Yep. So let's take a look at the revolver. Oh, it feels pretty nice. Here it is on the table. So kind of all black, nothing too incredibly fancy, but it was free. Let's double check everything. Looks like it's going to have a safety on the side. However you get this cylinder out, I haven't never messed around with too many, but everything looks good. But let's kind of look at it. Kind of got the polymer handle. Looks like a Heritage kind of right here, and all this stippling and stars. So it has a good little grip on it. It kind of gives you that old West style or vibe. So that's pretty neat. And you know, we already talked about the 6.5-inch barrel right here. There's not really much to add. This will be chambered in 22 long rifle. And I think you can get interchangeable cylinders to make this also shoot 22 WMR. So, like I said, I don't know too much. I've never really shot too many of these, but it should be pretty simplistic. Everything is clear because it still has orange in there. Let's test this. So it will be single action, so you will have to cock that hammer every time. So it won't be a double action. It will just be straight single action. But I mean, the trigger feels pretty good. Nice and crisp right there. Doesn't have, and you're already at your wall as soon as you put your finger on there. So I mean, these things usually run for about $150, so it was neat to get it free. I'm not going to complain. One reason why I went ahead and got that Rossi R95 when they were offering this rebate, I was like, well, yeah, 2 guns for a really decent price, so you can't beat that. Looks like we're going to have a standard notch in the front or in the back, and in the rear kind of like an open sight window, and in the back just the regular blade. But I mean, this is basically it. I mean, it's just basically a fun entry-level gun for, you know, people that's trying to get into either planking or just out shooting around. Nothing too crazy. You can't use this for self-defense or anything, or I wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, I mean, it's a nice little buy. Like I said, I'll throw some rounds in it, and we'll tape that and get it thrown up before too long. But I say about 7-15 yards is all it's really going to be accurate for. And like I said, I've never really shot one, so that'll be interesting to try that out also. But if you have one, if you like the Heritage Rough Rider, throw some comments down there and let me know. If you don't like it, if it's a piece of junk, let me know. It looks nice. If you actually hopped on that Rossi deal because of this rebate that they were offering, let me know, because that's the main reason I hopped on that Rossi deal was for the rebate on this thing to get it free. But other than that, that is it, guys. And you all have a good one, and we will catch you later. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it.